Hola, my friends. It is your boy Cool McCain. And above me, Benny Boom, Eagles Diva, Benny Boom. Eagles Diva, Benny Boom. Benny Boom,
That's
Eagles
really
Diva.
booming.
Benny Boom, Eagles Diva. Eagles Diva, Benny Boom. Okay. I'm wild. I'm tired, so pay attention, but you know how it is. You know how it be. You know how I get in the club. So, it's your boy Cool McCain. Another episode, Eagles League Podcast. We keep it at a buck 50 tonight. Real simple. We got the NFL Top 100. We're gonna recap what's been put out so far. If we got thoughts on anybody, we're gonna drop them. I think there's one position we're gonna have a few things to say about. It's gonna be number 56. Go ahead and get a preview. Got a little bit of news, and then just little camp thoughts, all that good stuff. What we're seeing from day one. So this may be a good time, not a long time. But it'll still be a fun show because we here, we in the building. But before we get going, there is something we need to do. So I think we should do it. Let's get it. All right, so we went from 3 to 2. Sir Benny's back, I think, maybe.
Well, I probably skipped a little bit.
Benny B, y'all know how Benny B. I'm gonna just say y'all know how Benny B.
Y'all Benny crazy.
So we're gonna start off with our news for the day. Mr. Jalen Carter. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. So I'm gonna let them get into the whole number. I'm gonna tell you the number that matters. 106 guaranteed. That's the number that matters. 106 guaranteed. Yep. There's other bloviated. I'm gonna use Stephen A. Smith for there's other bloviated numbers, but 106 is guaranteed. That's the important number.
That's what matters.
All right.
Let me add on to that.
Don't add on to it.
Add on to that.
Whatever you got to say, go.
The cap hit for 2027, that was AJ Brown. And the cap hit of 2026 of AJ Brown was divided between Carter and Davis. So we good.
So we're still paying. You do understand we're still paying AJ Brown. We just are able to pay him.
Yeah, but we right.
His cap hit did not go down at all. It's just that we have to pay. We pay him over 2 years instead of one.
Exactly. But the cap hit ain't big.
Yes, it is. It's the same cap hit, just split over 2 years, bro. It's 50. It's the 50 million. It's still the 50 million.
It's the way how we did it. It's the way how we did it, though.
Right. So instead of it hitting us all,
we don't get penalized.
We still take a $25 million cap hit this year, and we still take a $25 million cap hit this year. So we are still penalized. That is penalized. $50 million over 2 years is penalized. I mean, I don't know how else you slice it, but it's penalized on me. You feel me? But what's your thoughts on the signing though?
I love it. Sign them early. Oh shit! Sign them early. Get them out the way. Like Zach Barnes told them earlier, it's not about what you did; it's about what you're about to do. He came into camp healthy. I can see him now. He was happy in his press conference, and I think he's going to do some big things. But it was good. I love it when how we get these deals done early, so we won't have this. What's the word I'm looking for? Distractions about contracts during camp and during the season. You know what I mean? I just love it. And that's one thing I like about how he get on top of certain things, how he pays his guys, the ones that he drafts and the ones that produce. He makes sure he gets the deal done.
All right, Diva. Well, before Diva, I'll go. I was concerned, and I said so, because a deal ain't done until it's done. Right, but this was definitely the right move. And by the way, E-Money, what's going on, bro? Go Birds. Fly Eagles, Fly, be elite, all that
Go
good
Birds.
stuff. I like the deal's done. It's out of the way. We don't have to worry about it. Like you said, no distraction on him as a player. He's confident. He know he's gonna be here. We got the money done. You know, we're talking about the highest defensive tackle deal. It's like quarterback money. Well, I will say this to you: it's the highest deal right now. Wait a month, it won't be the highest deal no more.
Right now.
It's just right now. And then again, I'm not worried about the bloviated numbers. I'm worried about that 106, the guaranteed, because that's what we know he's getting. I mean, he'll probably get a few thousand of the other money, but I don't think it'll be, you know, what people are anticipating or thinking he's going to get. But at the same time, it gives Jalen Carter security. It lets him know that the Eagles want him there, you know, and allows him to just go out and play football. He don't have to worry about them going out and playing football. Everything else already took care of itself. Diva,
I mean, like I said last week, I knew it was going to get done. It just was the matter of, was it going to be before the season started or after? Was he going to go ahead and, you know, use that fifth-year option like he did with Jordan Davis? But I mean, you can't have Jordan Davis and not have Carter. That just don't work well. And so I knew that he would get the deal that he deserved. Because, you know, as I keep reiterating, without the 2-3 plays that Carter made, we wouldn't have went to the Super Bowl. That would have been it. The end of the road, we would have been at home. So you have to give him credit for that. He did have an injury season last year, so he wasn't really able to, you know, be the Carter that we know he could be. But I'm hoping, well, I know that he will be even better. He got that money right before the season started. So we're going to have a dynamic duo up there in that front. See, I better get ready for Baby Rhino and that big boy JD.
and they will also have Moro Ojomo
Him too.
there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we know Moro Ojomo. He's a special player and a politician, all in one. We'll have him there. So it'll be that too. So we've any other news you guys want to talk about before we get into the top 100, and then we'll finish off with our training camp, you know, updates from day one or for the first, you know, beginning of camp. Any other news, guys?
Well, Greenyard got hurt. So
Oh, yeah.
but they said he should be ready by the opener. So.
No, they said they're gonna. What happened? You know, he had that shoulder injury last year, so still rehabbing that shoulder. He overcompensated doing his rehab. That's how he got that pec strain. But they kept him out today. We can probably keep him out for the first week of training camp, see how it goes. So hopefully, hopefully he should be ready for the joint practice against New England. And if he's not, they're just going to hold him out until the season.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one thing about him being a veteran, you know. Yes, you do want the physical reps it's just as more important as getting the mental reps. Mental reps is good, but he's a veteran, and his job is basically it's to rush the passer. But they're just being cautious with it, especially all that money that he's getting. So
Okay. Anything you want to add
a lot
there,
of people
Diva?
is making a big deal about him.
Oh, go ahead, Ben. I thought you was done. My bad. You be taking the big breaths like you're done.
I say, a lot of people was making a big deal about him being on a pup list so early. It's better. I'm glad he's on it early and not late. I'm glad he's on it
Right.
now and not at the beginning of the season.
I would like to say
Well, Benny, you know, it's Philadelphia. They always got to make a big story about anything that happens in Philadelphia. If somebody take a poop wrong, it's gonna be a story on every news line.
I'm be like, how who's in my bathroom?
Everybody, the whole media, flies on the wall.
God damn.
That is definitely real. That's how it be. It is how it be. So we're just gonna kind of touch on the top 100. I blew my breath early like that because I already know there's gonna be some that's gonna upset me when we start talking about this. But let's go ahead and go through what we got now. We got up to player 41, I believe. So let's get into it, y'all. At number 100, we got Cam Jordan from the New Orleans Saints, the defensive end. At 99, Quentin Nelson, Indianapolis Colts guard. Number 98, making his first appearance as well, Mr. Bryce Young, the quarterback of the Carolina Panthers. They didn't know if he's going to be in the league after the year before last. At 97, also making his first appearance. He wasn't on last year. Ernest Jones, Seattle Seahawks linebacker. And number 6, Travis Etienne, New Orleans running back. I'll stop there. Any thoughts on the first 5?
Did Cam go up from last year?
Cam Jordan, he wasn't on the list last year.
No, he went down.
Oh, he went
He
down.
wasn't
I
on
thought
the
he
list
was
last
on the list last year.
He wasn't.
He was on
He
somebody's
wasn't on the list. So I look at he wasn't on the list last year, but I still look at it as a down year because he wasn't as dominant as he normally is. You know,
Well, it's because New Orleans sucks.
I mean, I was about to say, look at the team.
Yeah, they suck. All right, so let's roll through them. You got anything else, Benny?
that's it.
Okay. At number 95, also down the list last year, Demario Davis, New York Jets outside linebacker. Number 94, the Kansas City Chiefs center, down one spot from last year. Not on the list last year, Carson Schwessinger, Cleveland linebacker. You know, we don't know much about Cleveland players because, you know, Cleveland's always bad. Azeez Al-Shahir, Houston linebackers at number 92. He also was on the list last year. And then on the list last year as well, down number 91, Montez Sweat, defensive end for the Chicago Bears. Any thoughts on that group of 5?
I'm surprised Montez Sweat was down.
Well, he wasn't on the list last year, so he's up. He didn't even make it last year.
Yeah.
This is coaches and players list, so
I can't.
there's the players.
Well, you really didn't hear too much of his name last year, so that's a good spot for him. I mean, I don't know if he's not as dominant over there like he was in Washington. That's my opinion. You know, he had some good games. It seems like, I don't know, he gave more than what he should have gave in Washington. Now it seems like he don't have nothing else.
Well, I mean, Washington didn't really have much of nothing. I mean, Chicago was pretty
Oh,
stacked last year.
I'm, I'm talking about when Sweat was with Washington, Ron Rivera was the coach,
No, he wasn't doing
and Ron
that.
Rivera is more of a defense. He's more of a defensive minded coach, and then they was young bulls. So I guess after he got that money, he slacked off. That's my
I mean,
opinion.
he was all right to me, but I ain't really. I mean, I heard his name in Washington, but not like that. But I mean, Chicago was also stacked too last year, so he was all right
Fair enough.
in Washington.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
just all right.
All right.
All
So
right.
number 90, also not on the list last year, Derek Brown, Carolina Panthers defensive tackle. In the city of Charlotte, that man has been glazed so much.
Of course.
They be great. That man get glazed here. At number 89, down 4 spots from last year, Los Angeles Rams running back Kyron Williams. At number 88, also not on the list last year, Jack Campbell, Detroit linebacker. At number 87, making his debut on the list, Tettoria McMillan, Carolina Panthers wide receiver, also has received a God-tier level glazing in the city of Charlotte and the surrounding cities. Did have a 1,000-yard season. And he's the highest ranked of the first 3. He was the runaway AP NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. And, it'll be interesting to see how he does this upcoming year. At 86, Tuli Tupeludo, Los Angeles Chargers linebacker.
Oh, to Pluto.
So, any thoughts on that 5, guys? Take them 5 at a time because we got 5.
No.
No, okay.
Nah.
All right. At number 85, also not on the list last year, Brock Purdy. Boy played in 9 games and made the top 185.
Damn.
All right.
Didn't he
Also
play
not-
more
You
last year?
serious?
Well, right, like he played more games last year than it. You know what? Anyway.
Byron Young, Los Angeles Rams linebacker, also was not on the list last year. He's 84th this year. Titans nose tackle Jeffrey Simmons was not on the list last year. He's 83 this year. Pittsburgh Steelers cornerback Jalen Ramsey is down 16 spots to number 82. Not really going over stats because, people don't be really paying attention when we talk about them here anyway in these type of lists. At 81, down 7 spots, Bobby Wagner, the Washington Commanders middle linebacker. When you go to Washington, you normally go down on the list. That's facts. Anybody? That's what's really real. Anything on those 5 guys? That's what's Phillyville. You know what I mean? All right. Let's get to this next group here. At number 70. Oh, that's the wrong number. Let's slow it down on me a little bit here. At number 80, down 51 spots, Arthur Judas Brown. At number 79, 42 spots, Travis Kelce. The old coot himself. Tight end, of course, Kansas City Chiefs. At number 78, up 17 spots from last year, Josh Sweat, Arizona Cardinals linebacker. At number 77, down 27 spots, Baker Mayfield, quarterback, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And number 76, we got a 4th Panther on the list, Also not on the list last year, J.C. Horn. So the Panthers are being represented on this list.
Well, they're gonna be represented because they almost
Right.
made it to the playoffs. So I ain't surprised on that. But Travis and Judas, yeah. I mean, because they old, they becoming some old farts. So they're declining. They're declining. I expect Judas to be further next year. I hope he ain't on the list next year.
I know you do.
Yep.
I know you mean that. You ain't just saying it.
I mean that with my whole chest, entire chest.
Ooh, sister. Anything, Benny?
Of course, Travis going to drop. You know, the whole damn team didn't have a good year. He was more, and you know, with his age, and then truthfully, his mind was more set on getting married. So I expect for him to be even further next year.
I feel like
And that
Travis
other
is
guy,
milking-
I don't got no words for him.
I feel like Travis is milking the Chiefs for money now, just so he,
That's all.
you know, he got a little bit of his own money in his marriage with a superiorly more financially sound wife.
And younger wife.
Yeah,
Mm,
with a flat
mm,
back.
mm,
She is the Rihanna of us melanated people for them.
He might be, but I tell you what,
Oh, well, she didn't gain a little something back there. She said she got tired of y'all talking about her flat board back there. She got a little something before they got married. She was in the gym putting in work. She was shooting in the gym. It's a little plump. It's something there. It ain't a straight board, but it's something there now. It's a little something he can grab on because he couldn't grab on nothing at first. I wonder how that felt to go
I definitely
from
grab it.
peaches to board. But her money was long,
I
so I guess it
definitely
didn't.
grab it.
She got some long money, so
That's all that matters.
Bet
all
you
that
would,
matters.
Benny.
all right, number 75, Buda Baker, Arizona safety, down 41 spots from last year.
Dang, Buddha.
At number 74, down 41 spots, Josh Jacobs, Green Bay Packers running back. And yes, he should be down every spot. I had him in fantasy last year. He should be down lower.
Yeah, he ain't do much of nothing.
At 73, up 17 spots from last year. Zach Allen, Denver Broncos defensive end. At 72, down 4 spots. Jordan Love, Green Bay Packers quarterback.
Jordan Love should be
Second
further than
quarterback
that, but
on the
okay.
board. At number 71, Zay Flowers, Baltimore Ravens wide receiver. He was on the list last year, 71 this year. All right. Any thoughts on those guys?
What was he last year?
He wasn't ranked last year.
Oh, he wasn't.
Nope.
Isn't it funny how you just said Jordan Love, Baker, they threw for more yardage than QB1,
Brock Purdy
but look,
as well. It's been-
and Brock
we
Purdy,
ain't got,
right?
we ain't got the QB. Let's get to him first. Save it for when we get to him.
You know what I'm saying? You know, see,
Get to him.
it's some
You know what I mean?
picks. It's some picks they throw. But I can see Jordan Love. I thought Jordan Love would have been further down than what he is. Because
He
he
should
didn't
be
really
further
have a
down.
good season.
Well, for one, Jordan Love can't stay healthy. For
The
one,
players and the coaches like Jordan Love.
Yeah,
yeah, they be slobbing Jordan Love, and I don't know why.
because he's one of them pretty boys.
He ain't that pretty, but okay.
And that's from the woman on the panel. I'm not going there.
I ain't arguing with D.
You know what I'm saying?
He's 4'9" and shit. I ain't fucking with D.
Call him
He
a
say he
4'9".
ugly, he ugly. Shit, fuck
Gonna
him.
reach through the sling and pimp slap you today. Keep playing with him. Be surprised when it happens. But At number 70,
But she's the same.
down 40 spots from last year, Xavier McKinney, Green Bay Packers safety. See how this Green Bay Packers players is falling? And now this is this one right here ticks me off to no end. Down 67 spots from last year. At number 69, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens quarterback. You know why this one ticks me off? Because I had this mofolo in every fantasy football league last year, knowing he was going to propel me to a championship, and he propelled me to scrambling to get other people. Thank you, Lamar. But do better. At number 68, after not being ranked last year, Cortland Sutton, Denver wide receiver. My man was the number one in Denver last year. Got to get the love. Also not ranked last year, number 67, Jordan Brooks, Miami Dolphins linebacker. Their defense had to be good because their offense made sure they had plenty of time to get good statisticals. And then at number 66, down 31 spots, nowhere near the 67 Lamar is down, Drake London, Atlanta Falcons wide receiver. 31 spots up. That's a good jump. Now, my man
hell of a jump.
He only played in 12
That's
games.
a hell of a jump.
Any thoughts on those
For what? But he was productive.
12 games.
He was productive in those 12 games.
He was, but he still only played 12 games.
Right.
I mean, I was raised to the best abilities availability.
Right.
That's how I was raised.
That's fact, though. Lamar Jackson, you gotta. It's a gamble with him each and every year because one, the boy just has not been healthy since Louisville days. Like, it's a gamble with him, man. He'll have one good year, and then the next year he's just injured. And don't get me wrong. I like Lamar Jackson. I like Lamar. I've been liking him since he was with Louisville, but he just cannot stay healthy, man, to save his life. And when he ain't healthy, Baltimore ain't healthy.
Facts.
Okay.
Speaking of Baltimore, number 65, down 25 spots, Roquan Smith, inside linebacker, Baltimore Ravens. At 64, after not being ranked last year, Mr. Chris Olave is number 64, wide receiver, New Orleans Saints. One of my good pickups from last year out of desperation in fantasy football. Baltimore Ravens safety, Kyle Hamilton, down 12 spots to number 63. So Baltimore got a lot of players in this little range right here. And then after not being ranked last year, Sunshine, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, is at number 62. And at number 61, free safety Kevin Byard, who was a New England Patriot last year. Any thoughts on any of those guys?
Byard played his tail off this year.
He did.
He played his tail off. Well, I mean, look what was going on. I believe if we would have had Vic, we probably would have been there.
You never lied.
You would have been that dude.
You'd at least been decent.
Yeah. I think we probably would have seen the production we seen with Chicago if we would have had a decent defensive coordinator.
Number 60. Down 36 spots from last year. Brock Bowers, Las Vegas Raiders tight end. Can't play really well if you don't have a quarterback. And number 59, up 5 spots. Bo Nix, Denver quarterback.
I guess he deserved that. He played well until he got hurt.
Number 58, down 26 spots. Nico Collins. He down 26 spots, and he played 15 games. Other people going up and they didn't play 15 games.
You know what I'm saying?
At number 57, Buffalo Bills offensive tackle Deion Dawkins. He's down 15 spots. And the one that ticks me off, that burns inside me, down 37 spots to number 56. QB1 for Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts.
Well, we know why.
So
We
I
know
don't do this for
why.
everybody, but I'm doing this for my boy. This is the crap that they put. So the Eagles' Super Bowl defense didn't go as planned, but despite Philly's wild card exit, his quarterback still enjoyed a successful season. Hurts threw for a career-high 25 touchdowns and rushed for 8 more en route to a third Pro Bowl bid in 4 years. The QB's decreased completion percentage and use in the run game likely contributed to his 37-spot drop in this year's list, his lowest ranking since before his 2023 debut at number 3. But Hurts remains one of the NFL's top dual-threat signal callers, entering his 7th NFL season with or without the departed A.J. Brown. It said Hurts gained a league-low 39% of his passing yards via yards after catch, 1 spot lower than Brock Purdy. So we're punishing him even though we know Yak was down. He didn't run the ball as much. Stayed in the pocket, did his thing more. 25 touchdowns, rushed for another 8. So 25 plus 8, that's 33 to me. Only had 6 interceptions. Did have 8 fumbles. So he did have 14 turnovers. We got to clean up those fumbles. But that's a 56 ranked player. We're going to save Benny for last on this one. Diva, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is he's getting punished for the lack of offensive experience when it comes to your coaches. I don't think he felt comfortable to run this year because they didn't put him in positions for him to run and feel safe and run safely. So for you to make him suffer because of the lack of incompetency that we had when it come to Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni is by far not fair. But I'm not surprised because Jalen Hurts is always getting dragged on, no matter what the stats are for him, which have been top A1 stats for a very long time for him. It doesn't matter. They're always going to find one way to make Jalen Hurts suffer. And it's just fuel to the fire. We will see what happens in the 2025-2026 season. He's probably still be low, but we'll see.
Fair points. Mr. Boone.
I put all the blame on the scheme that we was running. Still the same scheme that we came in with Nick Sirianni. He wasn't really happy. And with all the crap we had to go through with that turncoat that went over to New England, if he didn't have to force him the ball to make him happy, and we had a competent OC, I think he would have been more efficient. But it didn't work out that way. But I look at it, he's going to bounce back. He's going to be hired. And this is a guarantee. He's going to be in the top 20 next year. Guaranteed. He's going to be in the top 20. And with all those other quarterbacks that's supposed to, threw for more yards than he did and had a better OC than he did, and they was on the top 10 list of all quarterbacks or being elite quarterback, look how far they are by their peers. Compared to where Jalen Hurts is right now. Because what he do, all he does is win. Despite
Brown, not good enough. But hey, it is.
I give it to him. He can be back. It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Just above Mr. Hurts, dropping down 20 spots, is CeeDee Lamb. At number 54, we have San Francisco 49ers middle linebacker Fred Warner, who I want to point out played in 6 games. Down 38 points. Slots.
Damn.
But he played in 6 games. And that includes the game he got hurt in. Last year, unranked Devontae Adams. This year, 53rd. That's what a resurgence will do for you with the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
And it's 60 receptions and 789 yards, 14 touchdowns. They say it's a resurgence. At number 52, down 24 spots from last year, Tampa Bay Bucks offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs. At 51st place, and I think this is one of the ones that burns me up. Caleb Williams was not ranked last year. He's 51st this year. Chicago Bears quarterback.
Ain't that some shit?
Mr. Paint My Nails on the sideline. This dude is ranked over QB1. All right.
Ain't that
At number 50, Los Angeles Chargers free safety Derwin James. He's up 4 spots from last year. At number 49, Joe Thuney, Chicago Bears guard. He was not ranked last year. At number 48, up 17 spots, Jacksonville Jaguars defensive end Josh Hines Allen. At number 47, up 2 spots from last year, Quinyon Mitchell, cornerback, Philadelphia Eagles. We might well go and stop here because I know y'all want to say something about Quinyon. We'll let we doing ladies first or we doing Benny first?
Benny, go ahead.
Mr. Boone?
Q was on a mission last year. You know, made the Pro Bowl, and when he shut down CeeDee Lamb, the best, except for the first game. It ain't much you can say about his style of play. I just love the way that he's up in people's face. He don't let nobody, get under his skin. He's like a smooth operator when it comes to playing defense. And this is first time being on the list?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm. It's not? Oh, I thought it was his first time.
He was up 2 spots from last year.
Up 2 spots? Damn. But he did a hell of a job, but I'm expecting bigger and better things from him this year because you in year 3 in Vic's system. More interceptions, more breakups. Let's go. I'm done. I say more interception, more breakups. I'm done.
Yeah, Q is that type of player that gets better and better each year. I expect him to be even higher, especially with the lineup that we have this year. I expect Q to be even better. And y'all get ready because Q don't play.
Yeah, I think you have to challenge Q a little bit more this year too, because Reek Woolen is a baller too. So you're not gonna be able to say, "Oh, we just throw away from Q." I think you're gonna get challenged this year, which is gonna give him a chance to get him more stats.
Agreed.
All right, at number 46, down 15 spots, George Kittle, San Francisco 49ers tight end. Just want to point out he played in 11 games. At number 45, down 19 spots. And I'm going to say this one is deservedly so. Zach Bond, Philadelphia Eagles linebacker. Zach Bond was not the same impact player that he was 2 years ago. And that's where our list stops at for now, is at 45. Yeah, Zach Bond, he still had a good year. He had 123 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 24 tackles for loss, 18 QB hits, right? He had the stats, but he just didn't have the same impact. Like,
Exactly.
The energy.
2 years ago, Zach Bond was always around the ball. Zach Bond was already making plays. He made plays, but it felt like, oh, he really had that many, tackles and whatever. Like, he had a decent year, but it doesn't feel like he had the statistical year that he did. And he definitely didn't have the impact. So I ain't mad that he dropped. He got to be better.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. I mean, he still has statistically decent year. And that's why I say, like, stats don't tell the whole story all the time. Because his stats say he had a really good year, but he didn't.
I think the energy wasn't the same with him like it was last year.
I can see that.
But how could the energy be the same when our offense had so many 3 and outs? Defense is constantly on the field. It's not much we can do. A person can do. Let's see, for 60 minutes, with 57 minutes, where the offense is on the field for 3 minutes. That'll wear me down too. But I get it. The tackles was there, the sack was there, and I totally agree with you, Cool. That impact, that presence, making his presence known, it wasn't there. It's all because of the whole entire defense was out there too long.
Well, I think it's an over sensationalized point. Right. I'm not saying the defense wasn't out there, but I mean, we make it seem like a lot of people make it seem that defense is out there like 3/4 worth of time. They weren't. There's a lot of times where they would have been on the field a short amount of time if they had made a play too.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
if that's the case, it would have affected everybody.
Yeah, because I feel like the defense just overall last year, it just wasn't the same. And obviously, we lost a couple of the players that were the reason why. But I feel like defense, they were on the field more, but some of that was them.
Yeah, missed tackles, not knowing where your man at, and then we had to deal with that corner on the right side. Didn't know what he was. Lord have mercy,
man. Oh Lord. Woosah.
Stop. That's how you do the
So as we transition over to talking about training camp, for those of you, unfortunately not me and Diva, that are in the Philadelphia area,
Benny,
on August 25th at the Link, training camp public practice day. The tickets are on sale now. They're $15.40.
Benny said he already got his ticket.
And they'll benefit the Eagles Autism Foundation. So this is not for Benny. This is for the people watching. You know what I'm saying? You might miss with Benny.
I won't be there. I'm going on a trip.
Oh, you sound disappointed about that.
Your favorite rocket ship? At RT13.
Man, I've been off that shit.
What's going on, sir?
I've been off that shit. Up. I sold my tickets to the guy on my job.
He's gonna be on a trip in his favorite rocket ship, floating through.
Well, not even. Actually, I'm going to be on the train.
Little Einsteins.
Be on train.
Where you going to
Yeah,
train?
I'm going to be like Sheldon Cooper.
Where you going to
I
train?
don't know. You know,
You
You
don't
don't
know.
know.
it's a present. It's a present. I don't ask. When she buys it, when she gets stuff, when she does stuff, she say, "Don't worry about it. Just come." So I know it's going to be some. I might be going up north. I don't know. I might be going to Boston. Who knows?
We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave it at that.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Training camp. Thoughts on training camp? News, notes, anything you heard? What is going on with training camp, my good people?
No, I'm trying. Oh, well, I'm trying to
Well,
find my notes. Like we discussed last week, they have been trying Makai Lemon at punt return. We did say that last week, and they have. I guess they heard us, and they have been doing that. He was on the field. He did do a few catches. AJ, not AJ. Lord forgive me. Jalen, from what I heard, did pretty good today. I know he threw one to Smitty. I think Quinyon was actually trying to block Smitty, but Smitty got past Quinyon and caught the ball. I think he threw one to Darius Cooper. He caught it. And I'm gonna leave some for Benny. Go ahead, Benny.
basically, all what they was working on today. Basically, I'm gonna say, I think they said about 70% of the time, Jalen was under center. So they've been working. They've been working on that. Um, had some tight throws, window throws to Smitty across the middle, 15 to 20 yards. Uh, he was working on some screen passes with the running back. Tank was running hard. You know, he's going to be getting more touches than what he got last year. The defense is noticing that the offensive plays that are being ran today was the offensive plays that other teams was running on them, and they loving it. They just loving it. Now it's preparing them, practicing with their offense. So when they go to play teams that run this offense similar to what we run, it's going to be much easier for them. Yes, Makai was fielding punts. Brenton Covey was fielding punts. And I think they say Hollywood Brown. I'm not sure, but I know it was those two. Makai Lemon, he's getting the feel of, being that number 3. Because when they was in 11 personnel, Makai Lemon was in the slot. Wicks was on the outside with Smitty. And, of course, Dallas Goedert. They say day 1 was pretty good. Laying the foundation, as Jalen always says, it's laying the foundation. Okay, I watched the whole thing on the phone. My bad. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, brother.
Benny gonna tell you the whole news.
He thought he got all the news, but he did not. So let's start off with something important that Benny should have taken note of. We had 5 different players from the Philadelphia Eagles with new numbers heading into training camp. Of course, that was highlighted by Jahad Campbell with the curse number 11. Those last 2 people that wore that have been SAWFT, mentally soft. AJ Epinesa switched to number 57. Offensive guard Mike Jordan, one of our backups, is wearing number 79. Eric Izukanma is wearing number 49. And defensive back Sean Wade is wearing number 30. Benny went over a lot of the stuff, so I'm not going to kind of go back over that. But I'm gonna give you this. QB2 reps. Tanner McKee, Dalton were split. McKee got the first crap, then Dalton. All four of the quarterbacks got some work, even Cole Payton did. Smitty, Makai Lemon, Dontavian Wicks, and Hollywood Brown got most of the first team reps. A couple of other players got mixed in. Let's talk about the depth for the offensive lines that we saw. So Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens, Tyler Steen, Lane Johnson, team 1. Team 2, Fred Johnson, Mike Jordan, Jake Majors, Drew Kendall, Markel Bell. Team 3, these are your chop block guys. You just fall to 33. Theoretically. John Ojukwu, Miles Hinton, Willie Lampkin, Micah Morris, and Cameron Williams. And you can be on the third and make the team if you're a swing guard or a swing tackle, because the Eagles do like to keep a couple of versatile guys. So, it's just some of the things from the offensive side. Because Grenard didn't play, we didn't really get a chance to see who the other starter would be. We just got Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt with the first team. Arnold Ibikiti and AJ Ibanisa work with the twos. Zach Bond and Jahad Campbell were the starting linebackers. Trot Jr. and Smael Mondon was second team. Trot Jr. did get some first team reps whenever Bond went out. Quinyon was RCB, right cornerback, where he's always played. And Reed Woolen was left cornerback. Jonathan Jones was the first guy off the bench. And then Keely Ringo and Mac McWilliams were up with the twos. Jacorian Bennett was with the threes for much of the day. If Jacorian Bennett cannot outplay Keely Ringo, he should be fired today.
I agree.
Starting defensive tackle group, of course, was Carter and Davis. Morrow Jummer and Byron Young were second team. Ty Robinson still buried. Kapina Gushikin has been with the safeties, but he was playing nickel corner on Wednesday. Offense looks a lot better. Not too stagnant so far. Again, I'm not going to put a lot of stake into this because we ain't got no pass on anybody getting hit. Tank Bigsby looks like he got that juice
Exactly.
as well. So a lot going on. But I think the biggest thing is depth. Offensive line, defensive line, who's playing backups at key positions. You want to be 100%? Not 100%. You want to be 100 with this? You want to win? You got to win the offseason. You got to win backups. If you don't have good starters, then you're not going to compete anyway. But if you want to compete for a championship in the NFL, your second unit or guys from your second unit have to be able to come in and step up when guys from the first unit are injured or can't play, whatever happens. They get tired and need a breather. You have to have quality depth for the NFL. This is the time of year where you try to start figuring that out. Smitty had a nice bomb from Ertz. Damian Pierce had a nice cut back. Lemon got some early catches in 11 on 11 and 7 on 7s. Does got to drop one. So it looks like the punt return order was Britton Covey, Elijah Moore, and Makai Lemon. They said Lemon looked the best fielding the punts.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I would like to say, Darius Cooper also had a big catch, by the way, big diving catch. So a lot of guys did some fantastic things. I don't like to get too too high, too low. Because like I said, it's training camp.
No
They're not even
pads.
at pads yet. If
Right.
you ain't getting hit, you ain't the ish. You feel me? But if you can't do it without pads, you ain't gonna be able to do it with pads. So there's that too. So
I agree.
we'll next week see what's happening. We should have some more people for the top 100. Maybe we'll get some more Eagles. We'll see. Why did he hating? I anticipate a couple more, but we'll see. Diva, any last thoughts before we get out of here?
This just officially means football is back. Preseason starts in about a week. I'm happy that my favorite sport is back, and I'm ready for this 2025-2026 Eagles season.
Benny?
With you, Diva. Because there ain't nothing like some football, y'all.
You know it.
See some people running up and down the field, getting hit. Getting hit so hard, you see snot bubbles coming out the nose.
I don't know about that, but
Now my Sunday is going to have meaning once again. I hate boring Sundays, but with football season coming, you know Sunday's going to be lit.
that's a fact.
All I'm gonna say is simply this: I'm ready for them pads. I want to see some hits, and I want to see Arthur Judas get blasted a couple times too. Nobody don't blast Arthur Judas. I got problems. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We will be back next week. We'll update you on what's been happening in camp. Maybe we'll get some more ideas of how people working. Maybe some people move up the depth chart. Maybe some people start getting more work with the group ahead of them. Start working on everything. And a couple of weeks, we'll probably try to do another projection of where we see guys after a couple of weeks of camp. Because, you come into camp and we're going off what we saw in mini camp. And mini camp is like preschool. You know what I'm saying? You're just out there having fun. So now it's going to get a little bit more real. So we'll see. But like I say, my concern is the depth. Wide receiver, who's going to make it, period, but everywhere else, depth. We know who most of the starters are going to be, but what about the depth behind them? Is there a guy that's almost as good, but maybe just newer to the league? Maybe ain't getting paid as much, so he ain't starting, but he can play when he gets in there. That's what we got to be worried about. Mm-hmm. We talking about winning something. We talking about going to playoffs. We talking about doing something. You got to have depth. And everybody on that roster got to buy in. And the one mofolo that didn't buy in is gone. So it should be better this year. All right, good people. With that being said, we are out. We will see you next week. Another episode. Eagles Elite. And go Birds.